Hello YouTube, welcome back to another Assetto Corsa replay. Today I will be driving the Mazda MX-5 on Vallelunga. This is my first time driving this car and first time on this track. I decided one night to just randomly hop on, see what the Mazda Cup car series was all about. It's a very popular car to race with on online servers. So, as we get started here, I only had about 2 laps of practice before qualifying ended. And I really prioritized getting used to the track, trying to get my braking points down. So as you can see here, I kind of held back on the throttle. It looks like I'm trying to go for a pass, but I decided to back out last minute. Another thing here, these cars are manuals with clutch, and unfortunately I don't have a manual transmission with a clutch feature, so there will be lots of over revving, so sorry in advance for that. And as we get underway here, I also want to say thank you for the support on the last video. I definitely did not expect that many views to occur over time on that video, especially with how little I had dedicated time to working on it. But as we start here, you can hear me just ruining my gears, short shifting, causing my car to do all sorts of things. Just trying to feel the track out as we get a Japanese scene enthusiast here with the Tokyo Drift. That gives me an advantage, and I pull in second place closer. There's only 3 of us in this race, which very small, but once again, as I said earlier, very interesting race. How everything turned out. Very much enjoyed it. But yeah, up to second place. Have our eyes on first now. Try to gauge my braking point. I do an okay job, as you hear me once again destroying my transmission. With that said, one of the fun things I learned about these cars, they're very forgiving. They have a decent power to weight ratio, and you're able to do these things like short shift and slide around, as you'll see later in this video. It's a very good car to learn on, I think. Very fun car as well. But as you can see, really trying to use that track width. I think that's very important for going through these chicanes here. I get a decent run on this guy. Once again, braking early. Still don't know my braking point. Kind of mess up on the shifting there. Get a little loose towards the exit, but I keep it. First place gained a little bit of distance due to my small errors. But yeah, very fun cars. Had a blast, and I would say this race was the catalyst for the main time spent doing online races. This was a catalyst, essentially. But yeah, short shifted way too early, coming on the apex of that turn, and unfortunately I lost some more time because of that. We get a little bit more comfortable with sliding the car around here. That's the best I've ever taken that turn to date. Do a little bit better on this turn, still short shift. Try to use all that curb space though. And I use a little bit too much there, causing me to lose grip and spin out. As you'll see, this is one of my many moments I've had during this race where I get knocked from first or second place all the way back down to third place with seemingly no chance of getting back up to race pace. As you can see, I make another mistake with the shifting there. But as you'll see later on, some very unique elements come into play with the other two players up ahead. So having a little bit of a lonely dash down the main high-speed section of this track. I come up to my braking point, short shift again, most likely losing even more time. Either lost more time or I gained some time and the person ahead of me lost time. Because he is in the distance now, I can kind of see him. As you can see, a giant smoke screen being deployed there. Going through this turn again, doing a better job. Kind of shifting down the first gear too much, losing my momentum again. It's a really common mistake. Trying to figure out how to drive this car for the first time. Very different from the GT cars I've been driving for the past 2 years at this point. Even more if you include my time spent on race room. But coming on the exit here, past the finish line, you can still see the silver car up ahead. And I believe it's this lap where the race takes a turn. Yes, correct. First place, not sure what happened. Maybe he got a little bored, maybe he crashed. But for whatever reason, he was off on the side of the track, just kind of sitting there, let the second place run through. We all kind of get grouped up together here. At this point, I am starting to get used to the track, knowing where I can push the car as the former leader goes off spinning. The silver car pulls off another Tokyo Drift impression there, allowing me to gain time on him. Once again, very silly race, but I think it was intentional. I think these guys knew that it was about fun, and so you can see a lot of that going on. But yeah, silver car tries to pull another Tokyo Drift impression. Gives me more time. I almost lose it on that second curb there. Managed to retain it. Tokyo Drift through the exit here allows me to get the inside, and coming up on the straight, we are side by side. I believe this is the third or fourth to last lap here. Things are looking pretty good, but unfortunately they are about to change. You see I touch the grass there a little bit. I do manage to hold on just barely, having a whole bunch of speed wobbles. Once again, truly a amazing feat of these vehicles. A lot of forgiving nature. I try to go for a gap there, but I didn't think it was going to work out as it was kind of closing in on me. So I went from first to third in the matter of one turn, pretty much. One real turn anyways. As you can see, we all kind of go through this chicane, kind of weird. I overshoot the turn. That allows the gold car to slip back into first place. The silver car doing his own thing. I once again kind of overshoot this turn. So I started out side by side with the silver car. Silver car ends up backing away. Perfect use of the curbs there. I'm not exactly sure what happened with the gold car. I'm back in first place. Once again, very curious race. Lots of interesting elements. And I lose it there on the exit. What the fuck? Back to third. Speak of the devil. But yeah, at this point, once again, seems like all hope's lost. But as you'll see later on, I do get my chance to get back in be in a competitive state. So making sure I get my braking points better. I do learn from my previous mistakes of short shifting. I do try to push a little further, and as you can see, that gives me a time gain here, as I'm almost back with the other two cars. Going through the chicane here, I get a huge speed boost. Seems that the other two might have been really close for comfort. There's some backing away from the throttle. Coming through here, the gates of heaven open up for me. Thought I was gonna be in the middle of that wreck, just coming in like a bowling pin. Luckily, I managed to avoid it. Silver car goes wide again, looks like he was trying to do a drift. I hit the curbs, almost lost traction there. A drag race to the final turn. Silver car just sends it Tokyo drifts, and here I am doing my speed wobbles. That was the last lap. So yeah, very interesting race. I guess you could say I'm lucky for how it turned out. Very enjoyable, though. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.